off, Waldo Emerson seems to have sort of fallen out with the Unitarians, and yet today, as you said before in discussion, he's our contemporary. It's almost as though he's more our contemporary than he was the people of his own time. Tell me a little bit about what Emerson holds for today's Unitarian Universalists. What is his legacy for us? And is that true? Do you agree that in some sense he seems to be more our contemporary than his own?
I think that geniuses always are in some way contemporaries. Einstein, Shakespeare, Emerson. What Emerson did to offend the Unitarians of his day was to call into question their holding on to what he saw as a mythological understanding of Christianity that was no longer really viable in the world. That we needed to, as human beings, go on to a larger understanding of the human religious impulse. Of course, he was a man of his time, and he can be seen to be saying some fairly sexist things, for example. But when we dig deeply into his philosophy, the main thing that Emerson was arguing is that we all of humanity, are part of God, or what he would have called an oversoul. We are part of this larger whole that we can key into if we clear our senses and get a little bit beyond our reasonable thinking selves that say no, no, no. If we say yes to the universe, we can really get at an understanding, a spiritual understanding.
One of the things that seems to have annoyed him the most about the religious tradition that he knew, or that he came up with, was the idea that revelation was only the province of people who lived 2,000 years before he did. So for him, revelation is an ongoing process. Revelation is open to everybody. But what does that mean to somebody like me, or to you? I mean, I certainly don't feel I've ever had the kind of major religious revelation that obviously Christ had. But what does that mean? What is he talking about? And how is revelation pertinent to us?
One of the games that prophets often play is saying, I have a revelation, but I'm the last one in line. So now you have to listen to me. Emerson noticed that propensity of prophets and said, no, that's not the way it is. If you have a real relationship with the oversoul, the spirit of the universe, you too can hear the voice that will reveal a true meaning to you as well. You can see how deeply subversive this is, because it means that revelation will always continue. And what a Jesus says, or a Muhammad says, or an Emerson says, is always going to be superseded by another understanding as long as humanity continues. Emerson comes in the first half of American literature courses in high school and college. He's a bit hidebound and yellow-paged these days, but if we really look closely, there is a deep living spirit behind Emerson that still speaks to us.